Hi, it's Geraldine here to do the tea leaf reading for February the 28th and beyond. This heavy energy is not allowing me to personally tap into the new moon energy. I wasn't able to do the last full moon reading either. Coming from Northern Ireland, I am particularly sensitive to conflict and violence, so it just makes it very difficult for me to do a reading. Okay, everything's obscured for me. So what I thought I would just do would just, leave the energy of the moon out, let you explore that on your own. Please do go ahead and practice new moon meditation, plant those seeds for the future, etc. And the old saying, don't forget to be the change that you want to see in the world, okay? When we're in fear, we're just expressing to the universe that we want more fear, all right? If we want to see peace and equality, we need to be able to look within and find peace within, find equality as well, believe that we deserve equality as well. We need to drop any feelings of inequality, and that also reaches out to others as well. You want to definitely be believing, that you deserve and that others are deserving as well, okay? So really, for the tea leaves then, I did go in and just thought, well, we'll see what comes out. Definitely the first cup was quite empty, so gaps to fill. And again, these things aren't surprising. People are really feeling this heavily. It doesn't take you to be an empath or come from a country with a lot of conflict to really feel this. Many of us have friends, family members, who are unfortunately affected with things that are going on around the world right now. So anyway, what I do see there is smoother sailing ahead and moving to calmer waters. Now that can actually be literally. So there could definitely be a move, people who are leaving their country of conflict, going somewhere else. Not just that things are calming down where you are or whatever, but sort of literal moves to more peaceful places. I was shown a community of women with children and pets. So this is something sort of new, and I don't know if this maybe could be refugees perhaps in a large community. I know we've been shown pictures of people carrying their pets along with their children. So definitely there's this community. Now with this community of women, there's a lot of spiritual devotion. So that could be prayer, meditation, creating like sacred space. It really feels like women are rising. So really, really coming into their power. And they're willing to stand up and fight for what they believe in, fight for their children, fight for their pets, and whatever that is, okay? Definitely, I'm feeling that strength of women just rising, okay? So there are signs from Spirit all around us right now. They're guiding us. I was shown an owl in a tree just taking shelter, and an owl actually is one of my messengers. So, all I can say to that is just trust and follow, okay? If you're being guided to take shelter somewhere, go ahead and take shelter. Don't argue with that feeling, okay? Birds and animals in general just sense when something's afoot. So pay attention, pay attention to what your animals are trying to tell you. So events around Easter, it seems, are going to bring some relief, whatever that is. I was definitely shown a sort of a few symbols that would represent Easter. Anyway, sort of tensions, it seems, will be relieved after that, as I was shown as well, like a carefree snowboarder. And before that, and sort of in the meantime, there are T-junctions, sort of new directions, sort of new paths to take. I was shown a person marching with a flag, and if you look at any news outlet right now, you're seeing people in many countries across the world carrying their flags, just everywhere. Okay, so they're flying their flags for freedom in one way or another. All right. So, I mean, I was shown a big V, which usually for me, and I'll say usually, is victory over something. Definitely I was not given signs of like a full-scale war, you know, in our world. Obviously I'm not privy to everything, but I certainly didn't see those signs. There definitely is, you know, some other involvement here, you know, from another country and in what is kind of happening. So, you know, they will play out, and things will then settle down. I was actually shown a cat sitting, and it was pointing the way. Now, a sitting cat in tea leaves is actually a good luck sign, and as a spirit animal, the cat tells us, you know, this is a period where self-sufficiency and trust in our own capabilities are necessary. All right, so this, for many people, is a time of survival. You know, and it doesn't mean you need to be in the middle of a conflict for that. People are just generally trying to survive. You know, stay afloat. Okay, please be patient with others. You know, that includes me too. I'm not just telling you to be patient. You know, all of us have to be patient with others. People deal with things in different ways, okay? But anyway, this cat definitely is telling us then, listen very closely to our intuitive guidance. There's lots of signs from spirit here, lots of intuition, awareness and that around. So really, really pay attention to all of it, okay? The next thing then, I went into the second cup, and it was a busier cup for sure with no gaps. And honestly, I was shown a celebration. There was lots of dancing, and I mean that sort of big band party type celebration. Lots of dancing in there, you know, that real sort of swing dancing with that couples would do. So that sort of opening up again, but definitely a sense of a celebration in there as well, okay? And I've seen that before, and while we did get there to some extent, we didn't fully get there, you know. Anyway, then sun was written, S-U-N, and of course sun in tarot, and it relates the same in tea leaf reading. Joy and happiness are on the way. Anything that was worrying you is going to work out okay. All right. Then I was shown a big warrior, sort of like, and what I got was like, stand on guard for thee. So this just big warrior, and then I was shown actually Jesus carrying the cross, and he's here, but it's kind of fallen away a bit now. You might not see it too well, but that was one of the signs for me for Easter as well. Then I was shown little tiny houses. So don't think you're going to lose everything. Okay, get out of that mindset, all right? I know there's so much fear-mongering and everything right now, and, you know, here in Canada, the bank rates and everything are going to go up. You know, just take a breath, talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about in the bank, or, you know, financial advisor or whatever here. You know, houses are still selling quickly. You know, people are still sitting with a bunch of cash actually waiting to buy. Houses on both sides of me here were cash sales. So just to let you know that, you know, don't panic. There are some people who don't need to worry about the bank rates. All right, if you need to get rid of your house, you know, maybe that's something that you definitely want to look at. Don't wait. And I know we've had this conversation, you know, a couple of times over the last few years. Don't wait till things are taken away from you. You know, you don't want to be in that position. I know that I read something today, 35% of people are, you know, going to be bankrupt after these rates go up. Let's not go there. You know, let's really be proactive, and just like going back to the start, let's try and drop the fear. Fear keeps us so stuck. And anybody who's really spiritual knows fine well right now, there is a massive battle between dark and light, whatever that is to you, and it's massive. Okay, you will feel it. You have to really work, and again I say you, but meaning all of us, we all have to work at really staying in a higher vibration, in the light, believing that good things can happen. Don't be quiet if there's something that you strongly believe in. Everybody's voices matter, okay? Now, usually little Sawyer picks a crystal, and honestly, she is of course a little empath, and she spent 10 minutes trying to connect with the right crystal, and she just couldn't pick one for us, and she just told her mum that she just didn't know which one to pick. So this energy is pretty overwhelming for a lot of people, but especially for empaths and little kids. So, be aware of your little kids, especially if they are very sensitive to energy. They just might need a wee bit more TLC, they might need to sleep with that nightlight on, have an extra teddy in the bed, these kinds of things. It's very frightening, and they do get to hear about things, they could be worrying about war and all kinds of things. So just to pay attention to that. So just because she couldn't pick that wee crystal for us, I did just go in and get a card, and I actually picked the card from, it was my very first oracle deck, and I'll put the link below, and it's the Goddess Guidance Oracle card. So a beautiful card there, and it's Freya, and the card means bold, and it's unleash your adventurous side, take risks and be daring. So this card itself, and I will go into a fairly detailed description of it. Don't play safe. Take bold action in the direction of your true heart's desire. Success doesn't come from being timid. Okay, bear that in mind. So hold the clear intention of success, and it shall come about. And then be sure to celebrate your success with a party or by splurging on a wonderful indulgence. Now again, just what I saw, big band. And also, can you see the cat? So the cat coming up again, that sitting cat. So generally these cards will tie into the reading. All right, and we're definitely asked, get out of fear, stand up, speak up. What kind of a world do you want? I know what sort of a world I want, and I'm taking steps to stand up for what I believe is right. Okay, we all need to really do that. What do we want for our kids, our grandkids, our pets, our loved ones, whatever, right? It's definitely not this. Definitely not this. Okay, sorry, I'm being I'm being bold. Anyway, just Freya, she is known as a Nordic earth goddess of fertility, celebration and passion, and she rides in a chariot pulled by mighty cats across the rainbow bridge and connecting heaven and earth. And apparently Friday was named in her honour. Friday, which is to start the weekend for celebration. Okay, so that is all I have. I know it's really kind of different, but I am finding this definitely tense, but I did want to put something out, as I have had some people reach out to me and ask if I was okay, and you know what, yes I am. And at these kind of times I really feel like I have to be of service. I have to deliver a message, of some sort, and I try to keep it as positive as I can. And I know the tension is kind of coming across, I know, in my voice, but I do definitely see things brightening up a bit for us here. And please do keep subscribing, sharing, liking. I really, really appreciate all of that, and it does really help this little channel grow and get the messages out to more people. Okay, and if you do want to ask a question for the next reading, go ahead and just send me a message. You can send it through the Facebook or Instagram, or even in the comments. I will open up comments that are legitimate. Okay, so I do see everything, but there's a lot of scammers and everything on here, and people who are just not out to share, let's just say, share happy thoughts. so anyway, that's all I have. And I really am praying for everybody in our world right now, and I hope, you know, anybody who does pray is doing the same thing. We need it, and I know some girls are doing chants and mantras and that kind of thing. You know what? Anything, women rise up. Women need to really step into their power right now. Okay, folks, thanks so much for listening, and I'll chat with you next time, hopefully. Okay, bye-bye.